Good morning.
Morning. How was everybody's weekend?
Great.
Good. Great. And this is our second week together in life skills class. How are you starting to get settled in your new accommodations?
Awesome.
Yep.
And hopefully starting to enhance and build on your English language training. So what we're going to do is use a topic this week that's used for every day. Anyone guess what the topic's going to be about?
Money.
Money. Why would anyone say that? What would your suggestions be?
The euros and the dollar sign.
Exactly. And the English pound. And then we have the Japanese yen. Thanks for that, Tom. So we are going to go on the theme, show me your money. And I'll tell you why I picked show me your money. Because I can remember traveling to Swaziland, and it has its own currency, plus it uses the South African rand. I'm there trying to shop, buy groceries, pay for accommodations, and I haven't got a clue. And I can hardly read the small print. So I would either overpay or underpay, which is embarrassing. But most often, I would just stick out my hand with my money and tell the clerks to take what they needed. And that's not a wise way to be walking around when you're spending your money. So throughout this week, you're going to learn to recognize the different coins and the bills. You'll be able to complete cash transactions for everyday type of items and activities. And you're going to be able to do it using the correct values and in English. On Friday, it's going to be assessment day. And so that's for two purposes. That's to help me to hopefully show that I taught you so that you easily were able to absorb the information and that you're comfortable with it and demonstrate what you have learned. That's just going to be 15 to 20 multiple choice questions. I'll grade those. You're also going to be asked to write a short essay that has 3 to 5 paragraphs, and you're going to grade each other's. And I'm going to pass out at the end of the class tomorrow the rubric, which will help you to assess it, and you'll know what the content needs to be of the essay. And you'll be able to formulate that in your mind as you prepare through the week. So Chelsea, will you come up and just write on the board as your classmates call out, why is it important that we need to identify and know the value of the local currency?
To buy pizza?
Pizza. Everybody's favorite, I think. Anything else?
Car payments.
Car payments.
Clothes, car insurance, parking, more food, takeout.
And Tom, you got it. In case you want to go to the movies. All good suggestions. And so we want to be able to do it correctly with the right amount of coins and bills, and we don't want to have to hold out our hand and show our money to strangers when we're buying it. In Canada, we have 5 common bills that we use on a day-to-day basis. There are others, but they're larger value, and most people wouldn't have those on a normal day's transactions. And we have 6 coins. So on Wednesday, we're going to review, go over the dollar bills, and you're going to recognize them not only by their value on them, but because they're in color. And we'll probably have a little bit of a history lesson so you know who all those strangers are. But that's for Wednesday's class. Today we're going to talk about the coins. And much like Swaziland, we're close to the United States of America. And so it's not uncommon that their coins would work their way into our day-to-day transactions. So just for you to know that of the 6 coins that we use most commonly, every one of them has a picture of the Queen. Queen Elizabeth is our reigning monarch, and so she may appear with or without a crown, but know that when you are handling coins, any coin that does not have the Queen on it is not a Canadian coin. The backs are very differently, and you're going to find that we have, some of them are different color, different shapes. Chelsea, do you happen to know what this coin is here?
It's a toonie.
Toonie. And what's a toonie mean?
$2.
$2. So I don't know how many coins would have slang, but we just sort of picked that up as a day-to-day name for the $2 coin. Down here we have
The loonie.
The loonie. And anyone know why we call it the loonie?
Because there's a loon? Is that the animal on it?
Well, it's not an animal, but it's a bird. And so you'll see again that we write the coins in 3 ways. We put the name of the coin, at the dollar value, and we also write it in cents. And so the dollar symbol is like a big letter S with two lines through it. And the cent symbol is a C with a line through it. It's a bit of a mathematical way that we'll go about working on the values, but because you know how to use your own coins and bills at home, that will come really quickly for you. We'll do that through exercises. Here are the 4 of the other coins. I put a penny here, although it's no longer being produced by the mint, but it's in circulation, so it's recognized as a coin that still can be spent. And again, we have the quarter, which is 25 cents, the dime, which is 10 cents, the penny 1 cent, and the nickel is 5 cents. And we're going to work on identifying the different graphics. So I'm going to ask Nelsiwe, she would take and pass this around the room. Everyone can have one and use that all week for references, but that shows you the 3 ways that the coins are written out and the graphics, so you can use that as a picture. So if you would pass that out, I'd appreciate that. And very similar to that, identical, only we have some blank spots. So I'm going to ask that we pass this one around too. Chelsea, if you'd pass that to all of your classmates. I want you to work in pairs, so the same pairs that you had last week, if you would just sort of pull your chairs together and you can work on this collectively. We're going to do this in class, and let's just do the first 2. So Chelsea and Nelsiwe, would you do the first one? Do you know what the first, what's the name of this top coin?
Penny.
Penny. And it is also, in cents, you would call it, how many cents?
1.
1 cent. Right. So I'm going to ask Tom and Gija if you would do the second one.
5 cents.
That's right, it's 5 cents. And you see that the coin writes that on there. So I'm going to ask that you work in your pairs and fill in the blanks that go with it. And class is just about over, so you finish that up, and then I'd ask that you take those sheets home with you tonight and you review them and come with class prepared for tomorrow so that we can start to work on the dollar values and actually doing some purchases and common setups. So I want you to be able to show me your money with pride as we go through the week, and we'll see you tomorrow morning all ready to start spending the cash. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.